The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
And what we utilize this for is after a fire inside of a house, or let's say we get called to smell of natural gas in the house. We can use this fan, it's all electric, to help blow things out of the house. We blow fresh air into the house, we'll open a couple doors, windows, we'll help clean out the house.
Gotcha.
Wow, you have your standard chainsaw back here. We utilize it for everything. Cut holes in the roof if need be.
You could cut holes through cement on that.
We can, yes, yeah. Absolutely. This saw here, it's called a K12, or it's a chop saw. Mm-hmm. Metal, wood, steel, you name it, we can cut through it. We get called to everything.
If you need to get in, you're gonna get
absolutely.
In.
This is called what's called a RIT pack, and in the fire department, your RIT team it stands for the Rapid Intervention Team. So when we go to a fire, we like to go by the protocol. If there's two of our members inside the house, there need to be two people outside ready to go. If something were to happen, one of us gets trapped, something like that, we take this bag in with us. It has an air bottle, it has an extra mask, anything we could use.
Somebody in the fight, right?
This is mainly for us as firefighters.
Oh, okay.
This is our, I will call our protection.
Rescue.
Yep, this is our rescue.
Yeah. Good thinking.
So it is. It's a great design.
Now these are things that you're telling us about that over the years they have learned over and over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This has all come from learning and failures. We have to learn from our failures, and we do.
Yep. Do you happen to have like a procedure where you have like you're all written out exactly what you're supposed to do exactly what time where everybody studies that?
So we have a general training that we all go through where you learn the skills. Each department has their own set of rules and regulations that we abide by. Every single detail may not be spelled out, but overall we know when and where we need to do things.
And for extra schooling, do you go any particular
Yeah,
place?
absolutely. We offer it as a department. We put on classes all the time. There was actually just this weekend, the largest fire department conference in the nation was held down in Indianapolis. It's a week-long event.
And what do you learn there?
Everything. We do training from auto extrication, for auto accidents, EMS calls, how to become a better officer, like in my position. You take classes on that. How to fight fires better. There's so many different ways that you can go in to fight a fire.
Now, after you take these classes, you get accredited for
We
that?
do. Yeah, we do. Our department usually will compensate us for it. Some of these classes we get certifications out of. I have a list of certifications. I probably have a list of about 8 to 10 different certifications.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Good. You're constantly learning.
We are. We're learning all the time. Over here, we call this it's called a blitz. It's called a blitz fire. Basically, what this is for our operations where we know we're not going to be. We call it a defensive fire. We're not going to be going inside fighting the fire or anything like that.
Gotcha.
This thing, we can set this up. It controls itself. We set it up. We open it up, and it will just flow water.
So you put it on like a tripod.
Yeah, it's got its own stands. You set it on the ground.
It comes like a water cannon.
Absolutely. It's a portable water cannon.
Yeah.
Our truck here, we have multiple hoses, multiple different things. We have 300 feet of what's called 2.5-inch hose back here. This white hose right here, that's our 5-inch supply hose. We carry 1,000 feet of that hose on this truck. Again, as we said earlier, fire hydrants are spread out 1,000 feet apart. This will reach us from one to another.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, if you're taking it out of one hydrant and 100,000 feet away, the other hydrant probably won't have any, will it?
It still will.
Well,
So the city systems are known. They can basically compensate. Our dispatch centers are awesome. We have one of the greatest 911 centers, honestly, in the state. Our dispatchers are phenomenal people.
So
if they know
they
are,
can tell when the pressure drops. And
they don't know it, but they know inside city limits. If we get a fire, they will notify the local water department.
Okay.
The local water department he can see what's going on. If something needs to be moved, if valves need to be changed, he can make those changes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know they're on call like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
So in this compartment, we carry another assortment of all kinds of things. This right here configuration, we call this our high-rise pack, for our schools, our big buildings. If we need to go inside of a building a very long distance,
So you can actually run that up the ladder truck, right?
if necessary, yes. But what we do is we'll carry this inside. We'll say our hoses reach their length. We can couple this on and we can keep going. Here in our coverage area,
Are they fire retardant?
yes, yep, it is still fire retardant.
Okay, so the fire can't burn through.
Absolutely. Oh, now over time it can.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Hope you're out
yep,
there by then.
absolutely. We should have it under control by then.
And what's the goal when you're going to a place? Is there a time limit when you're supposed to be able to try to have it under control?
So we try to abide from time of call. We like to, if we can have it under control in 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 to 20 minutes, we really want to have things under control.
Okay, and if you don't, then you call in reinforcement, right?
Usually we'll call reinforcements in right away.
Okay.
It's easier for us to turn them around than to get people coming.
Gotcha.
So what we do, a great example is, 10 to 15 years, actually really now it's about 20 years ago, you had 15 to 20 minutes to get out of your house before it was fully involved. Now you're looking at 3 to 5 minutes. You have 3 to 5 minutes before your room is completely filled with flames. What's that?
How come the time changed?
And the time changed because of what's in our homes now. Plastics. It's plastics. There's so many different variations of plastics, and they burn so fast and so hot.
Here's something that people at home might not understand or know about. You actually have a sticker that tells what room that the main people sleep in, right?
Yeah. So we do not issue those as a department. We do notice those. The thing with those, we don't just go by those.
Okay.
No matter what, we're going to search every room twice.
Right.
We do 2 searches every room,
Right.
no matter what.
And it's the code and law that you have to have 2 exits to every house.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So anyone at home that changes their house where they only have 1 exit, that house is in violation of their city code.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Basements are a big thing that we run into with that. You have to have 2 ways out if you are going to be sleeping in those rooms.
Right.
That's the big thing to understand. So a basement per se, we have people who, they sleep in their basements, but they may just have the stairway out, but their windows are not large enough for them. So in that situation, yes, they need to have that. They need to have that addressed.
Good. That's for your own safety.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't want to be caught in it.
No. We carry a toolbox, just different hand tools, things like that on it. Sockets, screwdrivers.
Can I ask you a question?
Go, absolutely.
This is all of a sudden you wake up in the middle of the night and you smell smoke.
Yeah.
What should you do first?
You need to get out of the house. Get everybody out of the house.
Okay.
Next thing you do, please call 911. Get that phone call started. Please get that phone call started.
And what about the smoke is pretty thick? Now that can overtake a person.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It'll overtake us.
Yeah.
Stay down. Stay as low to the ground as you can. Smoke will start from the top and work its way down. Your cleanest, freshest air is going to be down low by the ground. So please stay as low as you can and make your way out of the house.
And if you go to your bedroom door and you notice it's hot, what's happening?
If that bedroom door is hot, please do not go out that door. Find a window. Find another way out. If you can't get out because you're on the second floor, that happens. Find something. Make it so you can be seen. Yell, whatever you need to do. Get somebody's attention.
Now, for an exercise to save your family, you should actually practice what happens in a second story.
Absolutely.
Maybe have a portable ladder and go out a
There
window.
are homes and places that people have those collapsible ladders that they keep right beside a bed, and they're very easy to set up.
Yep.
They work very well.
Because you get trapped and there's only one way downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, the people at home is going to have a...
Understand.
Yeah. Well, I respect the police.
We do too. They're a lot of fun. We have a great working relationship with our police
Yeah.
departments. We carry different sizes. We carry a 24-foot extension ladder, and we call it a 10-foot, what's called a roof ladder.
Mm-hmm.
It has hooks on it for us to lock onto the roof and help us when we need to do operations and work on top of a roof.
Smart. Without those, your ladder could slide off Monday.
Yep, absolutely. We also carry a foldable, we call it an attic ladder. You get into places where you can't access the attic very well or the stairs have been collapsed already. We can put this up. Easy for us to get up in there. What you're going to enjoy. So this is our extrication compartment. This is where we keep our Jaws of Life tools.
Okay.
Um,
Can you pick one up?
absolutely.
We normally don't get to see them, what they actually are.
So we are very blessed here with East Central Fire and EMS. These are all electric battery operated tools. They're very easy to use.
What's the purpose?
So these are our spreaders.
Okay.
Obviously, they have massive spreading strength.
Right.
Spread things apart, open things up, whatever we need to do, and they open up very far.
Yeah. So they can get a person out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. I bet that's hard to hold when you're doing it, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
They're about
Right.
they're about 50 to 75 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, the torque probably behind you probably.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
We train. One of the big things we train on is to never put ourselves between the tool and the vehicle.
Yeah.
It will. These things, these tools will put up upwards of 10,000 plus pounds of force.
Wow.
So we're dealing with new vehicles, new metals, new technologies. The vehicles today are safer. It's incredible the technology that's out there today. But our older tools were having trouble cutting through these new metals. We've moved to these new tools.
Yeah.
They cut right through them.
The carbon composite, that gives
Absolutely.
you a problem?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they're making more cars out of carbon composite.
Yes, they are. Yeah. The new metals nowadays are very strong.
And they're very brittle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
So
you-
we also carry our cutters. Same thing. Their biggest strength obviously is their cutting force. And then it's a portable ram. It'll extend out 5 feet. We use it in what's a good situation called a dash lift. We'll actually cut 2 spots right underneath where the dash of the vehicle is. We can put this tool in and lift that dash right up off the person's feet.
Nice.
Yep.
That is good to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's very obvious. You could get your legs.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing we've seen new trends. And this is one thing I've been harping on. I have 2 young girls at home. When you see people driving around with their feet up on the dashboard, things like that, we really encourage people, please don't do that. Because when you get into an accident, your body will collapse in on itself. And I promise you, it is not going to be a very comfortable journey. It's going to be a very long process of healing. So that's one thing I really try to push is
And the windshield will hold you up to 300 pounds before you go through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our windshields are some of the surprisingly one of the strongest parts in the vehicle. They're designed not to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
And thanks for bringing that up about the foot, because my 1.5 daughter loves to do it.
Yep.
She keeps telling her not to.
Yep, absolutely.
She go hissing.
Absolutely.
Can you explain the different types of?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 different types of extinguishers that we carry on this truck. This one here is just water. That's all we put in it. This is your common ABC extinguisher. So this has the powder in it. This one here is our foam. So water and foam.
Okay.
So different types of fires require different types of extinguishers.
Some people have never operated an extinguisher. And after you pull the pin, what do you normally do after that?
So the acronym we use to teach people when you are using fire extinguisher is called PASS. P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, aim your nozzle. You should be standing about 5 feet away from your fire. Aim it, sweep side to side.
Okay.
So if you remember the PASS, yeah.
Okay.
And what we tell people is, just because you put the fire out and you still have stuff left in the extinguisher, empty it. Use everything in the extinguisher.
Because you can never use it again.
Absolutely. A separate company will come in, they'll get a new extinguisher, or they'll recharge properly. It has to get emptied out no matter what.
Right.
And if you feel unsafe, if you start feeling overcome by the fire, please put the extinguisher down, get out. Never put the fire between you and an exit. Always have the exit to your back so you know you have a way out.
Captain, I hope a lot of this information maybe could save somebody's life.
Oh, I hope so too. We are one of the only industries that are out there to put out our jobs. We are out there to kill our career.
Yeah.
That is our job.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Any questions?
So again, we're the fire department. People call us for everything. We get called in every type of situation. Hazmat is another type of incident we deal with. Hazardous material spills, car wrecks where the fuel, oil, whatever may be leaking out of it, we have to take care of that. We have to contain it until a proper company shows up to take care of that. So in these kits, we carry they're floating, they're booms. There's foam inside of these, like foam beads, foam pieces of foam. These will float on top of the water. And what we use them for, let's say we have a gas or an oil spill into, let's say, the Maumee River. Perfect example. We can set these on top. These will absorb the oil, but not the water.
Wow. That's pretty good.
We have stuff to patch holes in barrels. It's very quick. It's like Play-Doh.
Okay.
Once it's mixed together, it's just like Play-Doh.
Okay. How's can we call them pigs?
Yeah. Plug and dike.
Oh, okay.
So,
Plug and tie.
yep.
Okay.
Oil pads absorb oil. We do carry ice melt. We put fires out in the winter. We have ice. Water turns into ice. It gets very slippery around our scenes. That's why we carry it.
Being a magician, just last week I learned something. If my cat gets up a tree, best way to get a cat out is just walk away and ignore it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have received calls on that before.
Mm-hmm.
As we tell people, there's nothing we can do.
The cat itself definitely can come down,
They know how.
and if you just walk away and ignore it, it'll come down. by
Absolutely.
itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, when something gets hungry, myself included, I will come down.
That's true. That's
So
true.
as we said earlier, we carry extra bottles on our trucks. We have multiple compartments to carry more bottles on our trucks. This is some of our guys' favorite compartment.
Okay.
As I said earlier, we just recently had things repurchased, refurbished.
Wow.
So
Tools.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Need that.
Our company, the company Fire Marine, who redesigned all of our cabinets, redesigned this entire cabinet. They built the structures and everything for us. We have any power tool on here we could ever use.
Yeah. Well, I could see how a bolt could keep you out of something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what we found, we just did a training here the other weekend. This tool right here is going to become one of our favorite friends.
Yeah.
When it comes to cutting windshields, this tool these shears right here are like a hot knife through butter.
Okay.
It is absolutely amazing.
Nice. What's that called?
So we call them shears,
Okay.
mechanical shears. We have a portable bandsaw, angle grinder.
Boy, that's a very useful tool.
It is.
Yeah, cut
We're
through pipe and everything.
learning. Our bandsaw is becoming a very popular tool to
Yeah.
use. It's a very quiet. It's a very smooth cut.
Yep.
Yep. It does not create a lot of heat. It does not create sparks.
And these for blocking your wheels or what?
Yeah. So when we're doing extrication on a vehicle, we need to make sure the vehicle is stable.
Right.
Our chalks here, our blocks, we can block up to the bottom of the vehicle to make sure everything stays stable. We use them for multiple different things.
Does this have outriggers?
This truck does not have outriggers.
Okay.
Our ladder truck that's not here today does have outriggers on it.
Okay.
So obviously once that ladder gets up, and it's a 75-foot ladder, once that ladder starts getting up, and we have to have that extra stability on the ground.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Same thing over here is on the other side of the truck. We have outlets, we have inlets. This is a main inlet for the truck. This feeds directly to the pump. The pump is sitting right on the other side of the panel, and these three right here are outlets.
And explain your levers on the bottom.
So our levers on the bottom, these are our drains.
Okay.
So when we get done using one section or any of our outlets or our inlets, a lot of times there's pressure in that hose.
Mm-hmm.
This helps relieve, you pull these levers, and it will open a drain valve connected to those. It will help relieve that pressure.
And what are those things on the side here?
So these we call them spanners. We use these on,
Oh,
right here.
Yeah. To lock them.
Yep. Or on,
Oh, I
yep.
like it, yeah.
We try to only go hand tight on things. But obviously, when things get under pressure, they expand, they do all kinds of crazy different things. You might need them.
The rubber seals close the cap.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And I suppose you check those seals a lot.
Absolutely. All of our hose has to be tested yearly.
Okay.
Every year, every inch of hose on this truck will be pulled off, will be tested.
You with pressure test? Is that how you do
Absolutely,
it?
yeah, we pressure test everything. If we see leaks, we see fails, that hose will get taken off the truck, we'll get it replaced with a section that's good,
Right.
and we'll
And-
send it off to get it fixed.
How long will this truck last with our department?
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. We have a truck in our fleet right now that just this year got switched into the reserve role. It has been with this department since 1992.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
they have a long life.
they can have a very long life. Yes, they can.
Good. Good.
Yep.
Because they're a pretty big investment. What,
This truck, we actually just purchased a truck last year, brand new. It got displayed at the big conference this year. That truck cost us, I believe, somewhere in the $600,000 mark,
yeah. Wow.
and that's just for the truck. So, absolutely, yep.
Are these diesel?
Yeah, yep, these are diesel powered. Anything newer than 2008, 2009, obviously we have to work with the emissions.
How many cylinders?
This is a,
That's a hard question. Sorry about that.
I think it's a 6.
Gotcha.
But don't quote me on that one.
Right. I understand.
So anything maintenance wise that gets done to these trucks, we used to be able to do in-house. With the way times are now, everything gets sent to a certified mechanic.
Correct. Yeah.
And if something needs to be done to our pumps, the manufacturer will send a representative to us to take care of any issues.
One thing to really be aware of is every fire station, the trucks have to exit.
Yeah,
And a lot of people will park where they're not supposed
absolutely.
to. You explain to the public.
So especially for us down here, our station, we are right on the heart of our downtown.
Right.
Our trucks get backed in. We have a big X in the front of our. We really want people to not park in those areas. Please stay as far away from those as you can. If you see the doors coming up, the trucks coming out with their lights on, please do everything you can to move out of our way. We're trying to get to someone's emergency.
Right, fast as you can.
Absolutely. Yep.
I thought I'd bring that up.
I was going to say something about that too, like people don't want to get out the way when you guys start coming.
The biggest thing I always tell people is please just pull to the right. Pull to the right side of the road, whatever side of the road you're on, please give us the room to move.
Right. That's a good idea. Always pull to the right.
Yep, always go to the
Yeah.
right. That way we know where you're going, we know what path we can take.
Right.
And that is the most, that is one of the most dangerous jobs of our job, is
Oh,
driving
yeah.
to the emergency.
I imagine.
So yeah.
Captain, you really done a great job.
Well, thank
so
you.
far. You really know your stuff.
Thank you.
I haven't stumped you yet.
I pride myself in knowing these trucks off the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I'm one of our lead instructors at our station, so I'm constantly training the new people, training our new officers, things like that. And I tell our guys and gals, these trucks, they need to be like the back of your hand. You should know every inch, what you can, what you have, what you don't have on your truck.
Now, another question is, are these more than two-wheel drive or what?
No, yeah, they are two-wheel drive vehicles. We do have a few vehicles in our fleet that are four-wheel drives. We do have one fire truck. It's basically a pickup truck with a big water tank in the back. It's our
You could actually drive out in the field with this truck? Or
not with this truck, but
Okay.
another truck we have, we can, yes.
not? Okay, gotcha.
That's what it's designed. It's our grass rig, so field fires, woods fires, things like that. We can utilize that truck to our advantage.
So it's kind of good to know what you're going to do.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And technology has helped us tremendously in that realm. We all in the department, we all carry pagers. It goes off when a certain set of tones are notified, and then our dispatcher will tell us what we have. We also have an app on our phone. There's an app for everything nowadays. That gives us the detailed instructions and the details of the call. And I can also see who's coming down to my station. As volunteers, we all respond from home. So we respond from home to the station to get the truck and then go to the emergency.
Now, you don't work a normal 8-hour shift. Tell us about your shift.
So I work, my full-time job is actually at the Fort Wayne Allen County Airport.
Okay.
I work airfield maintenance, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. When I get off, I come home, I do whatever I need to do. If need be, if a call comes out where somebody needs help, and I'll say this, in East Central Fire and EMS, in the New Haven, Woodburn area, we have a full-time staff on 24/7, 365 days a year. We have 3 paramedic staffed ambulances on at all times. However, it happens, we get busy, and that's where us as volunteers come in. Car wrecks, fires, back-to-back multiple calls. That's where us as volunteers, we come in, we get our trucks, we go to where we need to go. We have the exact same training as the full-time staff as everybody else. We're all trained to the same level.
Now, what type of people are you looking for as volunteers?
We take every type of people. I assure you, there is every type of people in our family that volunteer.
So how do we, how's a person like to be a volunteer?
If you have any interest in volunteering, wherever you're at, contact your local fire department. Ask how they run. I can tell you the city of Fort Wayne is 100% full-time. That's how they've operated for many years. Your other departments here in Allen County, we rely on volunteers very heavily.
Okay.
Contact your local department. For us, contact our main station at 910 Hartzell Road, 493-7500. We will gladly get you the information. If you see us out and about, please